Hi everyone! In today's News Spotlight, we'll share an in-depth report on the progress of the coronavirus vaccine development. We'll answer questions such as, when will a COVID-19 vaccine be ready? Who will get the vaccines first? How much will the vaccine cost? My name is Angeline, and this is the Daily Watch. The race to develop a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine is well underway, setting the stage to bring to market the fastest vaccine in history. Creating a vaccine usually takes 5 to 10 years from research to delivery, but scientists are racing to produce a safe and effective coronavirus vaccine by next year. Researchers are testing 46 vaccines in clinical trials in humans, and at least 91 preclinical vaccines are under active investigation in animals. What's the usual vaccine testing process? The typical vaccine development starts with preclinical testing, where scientists test a new vaccine on cells and then give it to animals such as mice or monkeys to see if it produces an immune response. This is followed by human testing, which is divided into 3 phases. In phase 1, the vaccine is given to a small number of people. In phase 2, the vaccine is given to hundreds of people split into groups such as children and the elderly to see if the vaccine acts differently in them. In phase 3, the vaccine is now given to thousands of people. Only in completing the 3 phases will the vaccine be submitted for regulatory approval, where the trial results are reviewed and it is decided whether to approve the vaccine or not. To accelerate the COVID-19 vaccine development, some vaccines are in combined phases, with a lot falling under combined phase 1 and 2. In some countries, such as China and Russia, vaccines have been approved without waiting for the results of phase 3 trials. Experts say the rushed process has very serious risks. How many vaccines have been approved? There are 6 vaccines that have already been approved by China and Russia for limited use. The Wuhan Institute of Biological Products has a vaccine being used in health workers in the United Arab Emirates and says the Chinese government has approved its use in more than 100,000 people. CanSino Biologics is testing its vaccine on Chinese soldiers. The Gamaleya Research Institute released a vaccine that Vladimir Putin renamed as Sputnik. The Vector Institute, a Russian biological research center, registered a coronavirus vaccine they call EpiVac Corona. Like the Sputnik vaccine, EpiVac Corona received approval before a phase 3 trial to demonstrate that it was safe and effective. Sinovac Biotech's vaccine called CoronaVac has been approved for limited use by China. The company has been preparing to manufacture the vaccine for global distribution, reaching an agreement to supply Indonesia with at least 40 million doses by March 2021. In September, Yin Weidong, the CEO of Sinovac, said the company planned on worldwide distribution of the vaccine in early 2021, including the United States. Sinopharm, another Chinese company, has also received an emergency approval for their vaccine, even before the company shared data indicating it was safe and effective. Several more vaccines are on the phase 3 pipeline. Moderna's vaccine may take till the end of 2020 or early 2021 to reach the necessary numbers they need to test and ensure the vaccine is safe and effective. Pfizer and BioNTech have collaborated to create a vaccine and have been awarded by Trump administration a $1.9 billion contract in July for 100 million doses to be delivered by December, and the option to acquire 500 million more doses. Meanwhile, Japan made a deal for 120 million doses, and the European Union arranged to purchase 200 million doses. If their vaccine is authorized, Pfizer and BioNTech expect to manufacture over 1.3 billion doses of their vaccine worldwide by the end of 2021. Novavax expects to deliver 100 million doses for use in the United States by the first quarter of 2021. How do we ensure that the vaccines are evenly distributed across the world? Governments are hedging their bets to secure potential vaccines, making deals for millions of doses with a range of candidates before anything has been officially certified or approved. However, not all countries are in a position to do so. Dr. Maria Angela Simao, the WHO's Assistant Director General responsible for access to medicines and health products, says the challenge will be to ensure equitable access, that all countries have access, not just those who can pay more. The World Health Organization is working with the Epidemic Response Group CEPI and the Vaccine Alliance of Governments and Organizations known as Gavi to try to level the playing field. At least 80 rich nations and economies so far have signed up to the global vaccine plan known as COVAX, which aims to raise $2 billion by the end of 2020 to help buy and fairly distribute a drug worldwide. By pooling resources in COVAX, participants hope to guarantee 92 lower-income countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America also get rapid, fair, and equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines. How much will the vaccine cost? Prices per dose depend on the type of vaccine, the manufacturer, and the number of doses ordered. Pharmaceutical company Moderna, for example, is reportedly selling access to its potential vaccine at between $32 and $37 a dose. The Serum Institute of India, the world's largest vaccine manufacturer by volume, hopes to deliver successful COVID-19 vaccines for India and low and middle income countries at a ceiling price of $3. Other countries such as Australia have said they will offer free doses to their population. That's the latest in coronavirus vaccine updates. If you liked today's video or learned anything new, press the like button. Subscribe and ring the bell to get the latest news from the Daily Watch. See you next time!